To introduce myself, I am Mark Foster, Deputy Head Teacher, responsible for all aspects of student welfare. As a parent myself, when I send my children off to school each day, the most important thing for me is that they're going to be happy, safe and well looked after. Exam results are certainly second behind that. We do value every child and work hard to ensure that they are happy. Our aim is to ensure that we provide an environment in which children can flourish, where they are happy, feel safe and know that there are people there that care about them and watch over them. Our systems of pastoral care in school are excellent. Although we're one of the very highest achieving schools in the North East, we take as much, if not more, pride in the quality of our care the students receive. Students here tell us that this is how they feel, and I take pride in seeing happy children walking through the building each day. I can say that I think we do a very good job in school looking after our students. Although Ofsted just judged us as outstanding for student behaviour and welfare, we don't need Ofsted to tell us this. We see happy students every day telling us that they actually enjoy coming to school. We see our school very much as a community, including both adults and children. When our students come into the building in the morning and we close the gates behind them, for the next 7 hours our community has to operate effectively if its learning is to be effective. Students and adults alike need to be respectful of one another, need to accept responsibility for how they behave, be tolerant of one another and play their part. We don't have a printed list of school rules, students know our expectations. We make great efforts to build positive relationships with students, and we have a culture of respect and high expectations. I really do think it will be hard pressed to find a school where behaviour and attitudes and the positive relationships between staff and students are so good. Which brings me on to the responsibilities of yourselves as parents, if you choose Sedgefield. We make no apologies for the fact that we have the highest of expectations of our students, and I emphasise that we will not change this approach. This is crucial to how we ensure your children succeed. The behaviour of our students is excellent and it will remain so through this approach. I think it's important to stress that there's a correlation between happy and successful students in Sedgefield and how the parent or carer supports the child and the school. I appreciate it's a big leap from primary school to secondary school, but as parents you'll be worried that they're not happy, they feel ill, maybe you feel as though they're being bullied, and I can appreciate that. But at times there comes a point where kids need the cotton wool removing from them and help them understand that a school of 1,000 people, that someone may say something a little bit unpleasant at times. We work with kids, it always will be the case. And when they say they're not feeling well enough to come to school, they need to be a little bit more resilient, simply because life beyond school will demand that of them. Our approach towards attendance is beyond excellent, and your child must attend. We cannot teach children who do not attend. We make no apologies for saying we will not accept students who are rude, disrespectful to one another or staff, or who disrupt the learning of others. Where this is the case, then sanctions will be applied, and if all else fails, they will be removed from the school. If your child's behaviour on one of our buses is not acceptable, we would expect parents to support us to ensure that the unacceptable behaviour ends immediately. Parents who can't support this must also understand that we have a duty to other parents, and because of this we will remove the option to use the school buses. I also ask that parents do not allow students to attend school wearing fashion clothing, unnatural hair colours and unusual haircuts. We have a policy which is designed to ensure that the student's focus is on learning, not trying to stand out or get attention or trying to push hard-pressed parents into buying trainers which are ridiculously expensive. We expect you to work with us and not against us, which brings me to a few questions I would like to answer now, as they are always ones that are asked each year. We expect parents to support us with the simple things. Uniform. Kids will tell their parents anything. They can wear those type of shoes, they can wear those trainers. No, they can't. Please check with us. Attendance. We need a child to attend each school each day, not some days. There's been multiple studies done that show if attendance isn't good, then the students don't get the grades that they could get. Even with losing as little as 5% of the sessions each year will have a huge negative impact. You must get your children into school each day if you want them to do well. We will teach them well, but if they're not here, they won't learn. Finally, support us and don't undermine us. Have a conversation with us if there's something that you're not happy about. Don't be negative about the school or the teachers or anything else without talking to us first. The buses. All students have the opportunity to use the college bus service. There's a charge, but many parents do take this option up. Moving on to key people that are involved in the transition process. Myself, I have overall responsibility for student welfare and the structures that we have created to ensure that your child feels happy and safe during the time in school. Mrs. Deacon is an important contact for you to remember. She is our Year 7 manager, and it is she that is entrusted with the day-to-day care of your child. Where your son or daughter has an issue, a worry or a concern that can be dealt with by a tutor, Mrs. Deacon will get involved, as well as the big issues that occur from time to time. Mrs. Deacon is brilliant in dealing with little things that children at the age of your sons and daughters worry about, such as I forgot my lunch money, I can't remember which bus to get on, I can't find my tie this morning, etc. Mrs. McGowan is our special needs coordinator, and as the title suggests, her role is to ensure that any student with identified special needs receives the support they need to make progress we would expect of them in the school. Mrs. McGowan has her own section in the virtual open evening. Mrs. Anderson is our primary school transition support officer who will be working closely with our primary feeder schools from January 2021. Her role is to ensure the transition from primary to secondary runs as smoothly as possible. Mrs. Spencer is our student wellbeing coordinator. As well as offering a counselling service to any students that need it, she also develops and delivers programs to support our students develop socially and emotionally, and to build the personal traits that will help them deal with the life ahead of them. Puberty is a period in life that students need support. Many students, often girls ahead of exams, suffer from anxieties, self-image, work pressure, peer acceptance, etc. Whilst younger students, often Year 7s, need to quickly develop the resilience to cope with what comes their way when they move out of what is a cassetted world of a small primary school. Finally, the Year 7 tutor team. The Year 7 tutors are very experienced working with new Year 7 students when they join us. They will be your first point of contact for you should your child have any issues when they join us, or if they join us in September 2021. Thank you very much.